Everybody, we're getting closer. So the price of Bitcoin was 35,000, and just like that, almost went to $37,000 today. I wonder, well, what in the world happened? And I just found the answer just a few hours ago. It involves the SEC and crypto exchanges and the crypto, this massive asset managers that for sure are looking around and saying, hey, when are we getting an approval? Once it's approved, Bitcoin is going to skyrocket. Well, we obtained a 2.35 pump earlier today, and here's the answer. Let me tell you the full story, everybody. Go ahead and smash the like button so more people get aware, even though on a Friday, guys, almost the weekend, and things are moving, they're cooking, and here it is. Just in, the SEC is in direct talks with exchanges on spot Bitcoin ETFs and has advised them to file amendments in the next couple of weeks. They report, and here's the person with the original tweet. So let's take a look at what in the world is saying with the price of Bitcoin. Well, I mean, it was, 35 was chilling. Everybody's like, okay, well, whatever. Some of the different altcoins not moving, but it started to move, and I love to see that. Greed and some neutral, but we're moving ahead. Also, guys, we got some delays. So I know delays, it's something like we cover really often here on the channel. Filings, right? Yesterday we talked about the BlackRock Ethereum trust. So we have filings, we have delays, we have relistings. Filings, delays, relistings. When are we gonna get the approvals? Once we get one approval, guys, it's gonna start really getting the fireworks. So you better get excited. Buy pre-approved crypto. In this case, for the ETF. He says, Eric, his guy is a senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg. So obviously, I believe he knows what he's talking about. Hearing chatter, SEC is trading on markets, department engaged with exchanges this week, spot Bitcoin ETF. They're advising them they would like the ETFs to do cash creates versus in kind, and has asked them to get amendments in the next couple of weeks. This is unexpected, but good sign nonetheless. What in the world are cash creates? Well, there's some explanations here. I think they're really valuable for us. Cash creating makes sense, in my opinion, because broker dealers can deal Bitcoin. So doing cash create puts on issuers to transact in Bitcoin and keeps brokers, dealers from having to use the unregistered subsidiaries or third-party firms to deal with the Bitcoin. Less limitations for them overall. So only 2 to 3 fillers had planned cash creates. The rest wanted to do in-kind. So many have to adjust or risk delayed. We don't want more delay, right? Anyway, this doesn't change our 90% odds up or down that it's a good sign. The process marching that the SEC has a path forward in plumbing that they are comfortable with. So this is just making everybody a little bit more comfortable with the approval that eventually is basically imminent. That's going to come from the SEC for all of these Bitcoin ETFs and the Bitcoin Trust. They have to happen. And well, the SEC is right now in full force trying to get them all lined up, because we're seeing some delays, because we're seeing a lot of people talking about it. And this is exactly what happened. And today we're finally getting some updates, right? How they file it mid this year, and after about 4 months, finally getting a response, but delaying, of course, the global Xspot Bitcoin ETF application. They're not approving anything right now. They're having a bunch of them. And that's one of the things that Gary Gensler has been saying, that they're reviewing all of these submissions. And are they going to do one approval? Or are they going to do multiple approvals? Whichever it is, I think multiple approvals is just going to completely and totally guarantee the rest almost to be approved as well. So just to give you an idea, guys, how things are moving on. And yeah, everybody right now is kind of like letting everybody, what's going on, change the world, Bitcoin with Michael Saylor. As of right now, this guy, this investor, a whale, has over $1 billion in profit with all the Bitcoin he has bought right now. New spot Bitcoin ETFs gives 30 trillion of advised wealth access to Bitcoin. Grayscale CEO. Just think about this for a second. Once they are approved, 30 trillion of advised wealth access to Bitcoin. These are institutional players. These are major league players that they only buy from their big buddies. They're not going to come to Coinbase or um, Binance or crypto.com, right? That's for us, the retailers. They do it other different way, and they're waiting for that to be approved. So, guys, you have been updated to what in the world is going on as of right now. And the price of Bitcoin, well, go ahead and take a look at this because I believe it's important. We still are nowhere even close to breaking that 38,000 today. But I mean, once again, earlier this week and then earlier in November, twice we're going to a double top. Can we go all the way to a triple top? Because once we break that 38, remember that that's the same conversation we had back in the day. Once we break the 35,000, and then the other conversation was once we break 30,000. Guys, we've had this conversation for so many days, right? Once we break 30,000, once we break 35,000, now the conversation is once we break $40,000, it's going to happen eventually. And well, either we're waiting, let's go ahead and clear this up. Check what's happened, right? Either you're waiting for a crash like event where we have some major 5% retracement, which people bought at 34,000, immediately rejected to almost 38,000, means that we could have a decent support line that is rejecting, and buyers don't want to let them go lower. Can it go to 35 or so? Yes, because we've seen it earlier this week, but there's a strong momentum up. I think from here, a few approvals, a few good news when it comes to Bitcoin, we break that 40,000 and we start letting it go. For the way I see it, we could have some decent decisions when it comes to inflation. A new reading is coming up in December. If we get a little bit less in the core CPI, there might not be another yet interest rate pause. But a few things that are swirling there. So I'm pretty excited for all of those, everybody. Super, super cool. And the way we see CoinMarketCap, 1.38 trillion. The winner right now are altcoins. The losers right now are altcoins. Bitcoin, not really moving too much with the 1 or less than 2%. You know, once this baby starts going up and Ethereum starts going up, they're not going to be stopped. So I'm so excited. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to smash the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on those notification bells. Go ahead and make an account on crypto.com down below. Get that free crow, baby. And also up to $5,000 with Big X down there as well. See you next time, everybody. So, latest when it comes to Bitcoin ETFs, we're getting closer. Peace.